Join me today on a first drive in the C-Class.
It tells me I'm too close, take my foot off the gas, it's flashing. I avoid a downshift and I get a boost instead. So you can see it's boosting now. Yeah. So you have to get a driving feeling with a 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, which you might normally have with a 6 or even 8-cylinder. Clicked on sports. Now the combustion engine is on and now you can see I've got gears again. So you don't need 5,000 RPM or whatever. So still in M4, let's go to M3, M4.
Just look at this. As soon as I move that in, you have this gap and you can instantly see the angle. Hello guys, I am back welcoming you all with this. Just look at this. Today we will be concentrating on the new C-Class, guys, and in today's video I will be just giving you a quick look of the cars we have here. Afterwards we will be joining for a ride inside the new C-Class for the first time ever. This time only a co-driver view. We'll be definitely driving it soon this year. Let me just give you a quick walk around with the two cars we have here. In front of us we have the new C-Class, the Estate model, here finished in selenite gray Magno, looking very sporty, as we have the AMG line exterior package. All in all, this looks extremely sporty. We have the 19-inch multi-spoke rims. In the back, if you like it more decent, we have the progressive line exterior, way more decent look. Spectral blue exterior paint is a new paint coming with the new C-Class. So how do you guys like it? Let me also give you a look in the interior, because this one is a special one. Here we also have the new and updated steering wheel. Do you see that? This is the progressive line steering wheel, which comes with the new C-Class. Let me just jump inside and give you a closer look of this before we start with the drive. In front of us you can instantly spot the new steering wheel. I've never seen this in person. It's also the first time for me. This is the lowest option you can get. We also have the AMG line option, which is flat bottom, which looks way sportier than this. As you can see, a more thin bar here in the bottom. We have the airbag cover finished in plastic. All in all, we also have the capacitive touchpads here and the shift pedals. You see them on the AMG line. On the other version we have them finished in chrome, but here in full plastic. Not the biggest fan, but still looking very decent. We also have the new and updated display here, which fits perfectly, in my opinion, to the C-Class. We already had the shape of the center console, and the C-Class itself is way more younger in its characteristics. Therefore, this fits so much better than in the S-Class. We also have the ambient lighting surrounding us. We have the new air vents and everything else. So it's time to show you our new C-Class 300e and drive it. Let's go. So welcome inside the brand new Mercedes Benz C-Class. Join me today on a first drive in the C-Class. I won't be driving. Today Matthias will be driving the C-Class. We will be sitting on the co-driver's seat and we'll be talking about the new C-Class. Hello Matthias, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, and I'm looking forward to go on a ride with you.
Great, Matthias. So let's just go ahead and start the drive. Today we will be exploring the new C-Class hybrid model. This here is the first hybrid model of the C-Class, the C300e. In the future we'll also see a lot more hybrid models coming. This in specific will be available in September, I guess. Yes, so stay tuned for that, guys. So Matthias, as we can also clearly see, there are a few changes here when we compare the interior and the options, the menu, with the stock C-Class. Can you talk more about that in specific?
Yes, of course. So when we started, you can see we have a Q button here. So these are all the specific hybrid function. And when we started, right after charging the vehicle, or the vehicle was charged for a while, we have the charging screen here. You can see the battery charge level at the moment is 95%. This 95% refer to electric driving systems of 98 kilometers at the moment. This is based on my former driving behavior. We have a 4x4 vehicle here, yeah, so the driving distance is quite good now because the weather is warmer than the last few days. The certification value will be around 100 kilometers. And we have the menu here. You can choose the quick charge. This vehicle has the DC charger, so if I choose quick charge, I can charge this vehicle with up to 55 kilowatts, which gives you a full charge in around 30 minutes.
30 minutes, so we'll be fully charged then. Is quite comfortable, I guess. Like when you go out for shopping or else, or just for a quick break, I guess you will be having just 30 minutes to have your battery full again on a DC charger.
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, the AC charger is 11 kilowatts and this is about 2 hours, so this is charging at home or at work.
Yeah, all right.
And I think one interesting fact is having a long electric driving distance, but it's also important to have high electric power, because if you want to do everyday trips on electricity alone, you don't want to be the slowest on the autobahn. So if I switch to the engine screen here, you can see the electric power, and even on electricity alone we have 95 kilowatts in this vehicle. And with 95 kilowatts you can do normal highway driving without any limits. The limit is, the soft limitation is 140 kph, but this means you get the full power of the vehicle up to 140 kph, which gives you always a good reproducibility. We can try this when we enter this 2-lane route here. So we are driving 50 kph at the moment. And now I'm going full on the gas pedal, or not full, I'm going up to the resistance in the gas pedal. I've got in the middle of the gas pedal a resistance which allows me driving on electricity alone. And you can see I still have a very good acceleration, and I've got the 95 kilowatts on the display now, and I'm now above 100, 110. So good performance also on electricity alone. And the nice thing, the default drive program is electric. I'm in the drive mode D Auto at the moment. This means the level of recuperation refers to the surrounding conditions. I changed my screen just to show it more in detail to this assistant screen. And in this assistant screen I can see what the vehicle does in the surroundings. So I'm accelerating now, I'm approaching the vehicle in front, and you can see it tells me take the foot off the gas, and I do so, and it decelerates immediately. So I'm getting the recuperation just in a level that it keeps the right distance. It's not the automatic drive mode, it's a support, which is from a energy perspective very nice, and it's also from a driving support very nice. So accelerating
very
again.
Advanced system here, guys.
So I'm coming closer. So I'm at 130, that's slightly too much, more than allowed, but also now taking the exit over there. So now it tells me I'm too close, take my foot off the gas, it's flashing to keep the distance, and it does immediately the recuperation again.
Amazing.
We have the possibility to do this manually.
Yeah.
So if I press my shift pedals, for example, I go to plus,
yeah.
Now I've got D plus.
Okay.
D plus means I get free coasting. So I can show you after we turned here. This means it's like sailing. We don't call it sailing in the hybrid because the engine is disconnected anyway,
yeah.
And the electric motor by nature has zero torque if you don't put current on it. Mm-hmm. So I'm accelerating now, and whenever I take my foot off, it's doing sailing. Sailing means minus 10 Newton meters, minus 1 or 2 kilowatts. This is just to keep the whole 12 volt system alive. On principle it's free rolling. And if I go to the other side, I go to D minus.
Yeah.
I pressed twice the shift pedal. This means whenever I take the foot off the gas, I get deceleration of the vehicle. So I can do some sort of one pedal driving.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, like with the EV. It sounds a little bit complicated, but it's not at all. So the first 10 centimeters of the gas pedal is for the brake now.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
I can show you, I'm accelerating, I take my foot off and now it's decelerating.
Okay.
And if I press a little bit on the gas pedal, I can control the level of braking with my gas pedal.
Amazing.
And that's the one pedal drive.
So you actually don't need the brake, which means you're just controlling the entire vehicle with the gas pedal.
I can do so within limits.
Yeah.
Of course, if I need a stronger deceleration, I need the brakes.
Yeah.
I also need them to come to full stop. The D- doesn't work into a full stop.
Ah, okay.
That's because of the P2 hybrid concept, because the electric motor is front of the gearbox and the torque converter. And we need to open the disconnect clutch, so to full stop you need the brakes.
Ah, okay.
Nevertheless, in the city or on soft driving you hardly need the brake, and you make sure that you do all with your foot. By the way, of course the plug-in hybrid is with such a big battery a good car for electric everyday trips, but of course you can still use the combustion engine. And to show you the drive programs, we have battery hold here. Battery hold means it will keep the battery level. I think I need to go that way. I can keep the battery level. We can go to energy flow now. You can see it's 87% and it will go up and down around this value. And now the combustion engine has started. Yeah, so I'm driving on combustion engine now.
Okay. So it's actually holding the battery level.
Yeah.
We left it here, you see it, you clearly see it.
Yeah, I show you the main screen, the classic screen here, so you can see we have 2000 RPMs now.
Okay.
Engine is running. So we are now in the typical hybrid driving. Whenever we regain energy by, for example, recuperation or braking, or we do load point shifting, we run at a different higher load of the engine to charge the battery a little bit. And it will use this energy afterwards again, so especially to avoid driving conditions at very low torque. And for example here now it's driving electrically again. It regained a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's still on electric. You can see the engine is off, battery hold is still active. And if I get above 10 or 20% on my gas, let's do so after accelerating the bus. Now the engine is coming. Yeah.
It's also very nice to have everything visually explained, so you actually know what you're doing at the moment. This is pretty informative, also with the EQ menu here, guys.
Yeah. And if we drive here with combustion engine and electric motor, the system power is 230 kilowatts. Of course, this is itself impressive value, but you can also combine the electric motor and the combustion engine in a nice way. So if I accelerate now, I avoid a downshift and I get a boost instead. So you can see it's boosting now. Yeah. I still are below 2000 in RPM. It didn't need a downshift because it knows it accelerating anyway. So you get a driving feeling with a 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, which you might normally have with a 6 or even 8-cylinder engine. People often say, yeah, it's a pity that we don't have more cylinders. I say if you have so much torque, you have 440 Newton meters on top by the electric motor, you have this at 1000 RPM, you don't need more than that.
Definitely. Okay, Matthias, isn't this the best road for sporty drive? I mean, let's go ahead and switch.
Yes, you're right, we're still driving electric, but of course if you want and if you have these nice curves here, you can go also to sports. So I'm clicking here on the drive program. I clicked on sports. Now the combustion engine is on, and now you can see I've got gears again. So it's showing D3, D4. So I have normal gear change. I have the high system power here, yeah, immediately. So the combustion engine is always on. So if I get on the gas, I get 230 kilowatts immediately. and I can also shift manually. So it's M4, M3. So I use in front of the curve, I'm doing a downshift in the second gear, and I go on the gas. Can do this manually. So it's like a conventional car. And what I can show you here as well, you can see if I go to the info screen, I don't need so many shifts because I have so much torque also from the beginning on. So let's have a look at the engine power and torque. I'm in M3, even in M4 here I'm at 2000 RPM. Now we have just the curve, we will do this after the curve. So still in M4, let's go to M3, M4, and I'm going on the gas now, and you can feel how much torque I have. I have 550 Newton meters all the way through, all the way up to high speed. So you don't need 5000 RPM or whatever. This whole driving performance and the fast response of the electric motor you already have at low torque.
Amazing, guys. This is very impressive. Wow. Let's also talk about the aesthetic view of this interior, guys. As you can see, we have the carbon fiber look dashboard trim, which looks very sporty. In addition, with the display here, this one is curved, and a lot of people have asked, where do you actually see that? Just look at this. As soon as I move that in, have a look at this. You have this gap, and you can instantly see the angle. It's 6 degrees turned more to the driver. It's more driver focused, which is super cool. We also have the avant-garde steering wheel here. It's not that different to what we already seen with the E-Class. It's just with the bar in the bottom. And we will also approach in a tunnel now, where we will be seeing the ambient lighting in a more clear way. Guys, in front of us we have the tunnel. As you can see, we have the beautiful ambient lighting set to blue. We also have new air vents which are also illuminated. And now as soon as we drive inside the tunnel, look at this. So how do you guys like it? Just leave it all in the comment section below. Looking forward to read all your comments now, leaving the tunnel. There we go. Looking very, very sporty, also normal daylight. And that's it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed our first drive inside the new C-Class, inside the first hybrid C-Class. Big thanks, Matthias, for the unforgettable ride. If you have any questions regarding the new C-Class, just leave it all in the comment section below. How do you guys like the interior? How do you guys like the drive? Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Looking forward to see you all again, and wish you all a great day. I will be back.